How to handle ups and downs. How to handle ups and downs. Guess what? It's just part of life. I'll get started in a few seconds. I'm going to say hello to my inner circle members and also my super chatters. So, hi, John. Hi, Bill. How are you? Arthur, Lisa Marie, Dustin, Melody. Love you, Sandy, Renee. Love you guys. Um, Let me see here. Eric and Mike. Got Shauna. Hi, Kai. Great to see you on here, you guys. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Peter, nice to have you on here. James, Daniel. We've been going back and forth. Thank you guys so much. Positive, Polly. There you go. And Nelda, great to have you guys on here. Mary, what a great group of people today. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's topic is how to handle ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. Now, one of the unique things about highs and lows or ups and downs is why, when they're happening, we believe that we're the only one. It's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And so I'll never forget when I first started following Jim Rohn. His last name is Rohn. And Jim Rohn said, listen, I just want you guys to know that there's 4 seasons, right? And I don't care if you got spring and summer happening in your life right now. I just want you to know that fall fall and winter are coming. And one of the unique things about winter and things going down is that I remember my other mentor, Bill Gould. He used to say all the time, he said, listen, if you look at someone's life, it's this constant heartbeat. You know what I mean? Ups and downs and ups and downs. And we have ups and downs in our health. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, everything's going great. Then I try to kick a tennis ball on the steps, and then I break my shoulder blade. And, all these weird things happen in life where all of a sudden we're up here and then all of a sudden we're down here. And they happen with our health. They happen with our fulfillment and our happiness. It happens in relationships, so all of a sudden it's like honeymoon time. And then all of a sudden it's like you get a divorce. And what's that phrase with divorce? There's two kinds of people: the one that you fell in love with in the honeymoon, and then the one that you divorced. They're two totally different people. And for those of you that haven't experienced a divorce, sometimes the relationships, even with people that we hold dear, really, really close. My oldest son is 41, and all of it, he's married now and got 2 grandkids. I got to talk to him today, Olive and Ryder. And, to watch people that you really, really love go through these really, really highs and then these really, really lows. And, Bill would always say to me all the time, what's very unique about life is we know that life has ups and downs, and winter's coming, just like Jim Rohn says. But one of the things that he said that's very unique is when you become an entrepreneur, right? When you become an entrepreneur, it just seems to magnify those ups and downs. And why would it magnify it? Well, because that's another thing that's in there, right? So, this has nothing to do with politics, zero to do with politics. But to watch the up and downs of Donald Trump, my God, I'm like going, holy cow. And so here comes my super chatters. Bill, thank you so much, Bill Shoemaker. Thank you, Melody. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And, all of a sudden it's like, this guy, everything he touches turns to gold. And then all of a sudden, Atlantic City, all the real estate stuff back then. And then you find out he's got on his taxes, he had a $900 million write-off. You know what I mean? So a lot of people that are not in business don't get this. You know what I mean? That, yeah, you could be making all kinds of money, but then the market switches and then your money's down here. And it happens in real estate, it happens in the stock market, it happens with crypto, it happens with trading. It just happens. And in my business, what's very unique is I've been with 19 companies. Me and my oldest son, Robert Hollis Jr., are talking about this today. And when people hear 19 companies, what the hell? Well, I guess it could be 19 jobs. They say now that when a person graduates from college with their degree, that they'll have 5 different career changes. So, how many of you guys know people that have a college degree, or maybe you do, and you're not using it at all? See, I have a mechanics degree, automotive engineering. Fancy name for grease monkey. Hey, what do? Hey, I'm a automotive engineer. It's like I'm a landscape engineer. Oh, what do you mean? You mow lawns? I'm a waste management engineer. What are you're a garbage person? It's hilarious how we always want to try to make our title sound more important than the actual value that we have. So, all of a sudden, when you get into making above average income, then a lot of time what happens is you have a way below average decrease, right? And so I think about my whole 36-year career and the highlights that I've had. Wow. And here's what it is. And then I look at the downfalls. You know what I mean? My biggest swing was of course in 2014, Melody, and if Craig was here, he would know about my son Matthew, is I not only was asked to be a master distributor of a company called Gano Excel, but I started that in January 2014. And at one time I had 758,000 people in my organization. And we're doing, $4 million a week in volume. Can you imagine? 8, 16, sometimes 30 million. So that organization is, I just felt like million, Dr. Evil. And all of a sudden, everything is going great. I'm speaking on stage with Eric Worre. I'm speaking on stage with the Association of Network Marketing Professionals. I got my brand. Everything is going awesome. And then I'm in Houston, Texas, doing a meeting for the company. And I have a dear friend. He's no longer with us, Fred Herzog. I love you. And he sends me a message and he says, I got asked to go to this business meeting in Peru. And I said, sure. You know what I mean? And he goes, Robert, it's with a company called Gano Life. Did you know the CEO of North America and the CEO of South and Central America, they band together and they're starting a competitive company against Gano Excel? I knew nothing about it. Zero. And so can you imagine, making almost $2.5 million a year. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like it was the longest 6, 7 months of my life. It felt like. And then all of a sudden, I got to call up the owner of the company and say, listen, I'm sorry, I got a back charge. I got a back charge on my credit card because you guys charged my card, but I never got any product. I'm sometimes, thank you so much, Dustin. I really appreciate it. And celebrate the first super sticker for Justin. Thank you, Justin. Again, thank you so much, Bill and Melody. I love you guys so much. And yeah, so all of a sudden it's like everything is upside down. And this is not the first time this happened to me. A number of companies that I've been with, there seems to be this cycle that constantly happens that Jim Rohn talks about. And so in your life, I don't want to get negative, but you can go negative to the worst, 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 worst. And I seen Jenna today. I don't think I ever met her. Maybe I did. But there was a person that was involved in our company, and something happened with her husband and them, and he basically killed her and committed suicide. And I'm going like, what? Oh my God. So, you guys have heard me hear how you stay away from fear, right? Is, hey, listen, what's the worst thing that can happen? And I only wanted to share this with you because there was a phrase that I heard from my mentors, and this was with Roger Penske, believe it or not, one of my first mentors, multi-billionaire. And he says, you always can tell the size of the person based on what gets them down. That we have the ability to be able to mentally say, wow, that wasn't fun. So I've been in a number of companies, and then all of a sudden you'll have leaders that get in the company and they fly up the ranks, and then all of a sudden they sort of lose their mind or whatever, and they leave and take a bunch of people with them. So in this industry, you got the highs and then you got the lows. And then all of a sudden you're down here, and then you find yourself a person that's been around for 3 years, like a Joshua Daramella. And then all of a sudden he jumps in, finds the right people. And the next thing you know, wow, all of a sudden, they did 69,000 in volume. All these people on Thursday, they're going to get paid millions and millions and millions of naira. You know what I mean? There's going to be people that are going to be millionaires in Nigeria from having over millions and millions of naira. And so you just want to, think about it. I seen Kai on here, because he's part of the inner circle, I love and appreciate him. He was on the Ask Me Anything, and it's just like, wow, these ebb and flows of these super, super, super highs, and then these super, super lows, and they just happen in every area of our life. And for those of you that are believers, there's a number of scriptures that always talk about cast all your cares over to me. Just keep positive, keep focused, always think about, this too is going to pass. That's one of my all-time favorite things. No matter what you're going through, this too will pass. And so you got to be careful when you got too many highs, because if you got highs, your ego's out there. You should have seen me in high school. That's why they call it glory days. And when I walked on stage and got these accolades, or watched my wife or watched my son get accolades, or Melody and a lot of people that I've worked with get accolades, those are the super highs. And then all of a sudden, you see the super lows. And so the only reason that I wanted to bring this up is I know a lot of people that some of you are going to be very, very surprised, but you guys know I just talk from my heart, and I always do. So there's a lot of people that got involved, with the goal bot, the Akashic goal bot, and it was just winning, 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 winning. And yesterday or last night, it lost big time. So there's people like Rochelle and Dave and Lisa Marie. There's all these people that have reached out to me and goes, you got to teach me how to skirt the system so I can get involved in this. And I just think, wow, what if I would have did that? What if I would have did that? Then a lot of people that would have got involved in the GoBot, they would have looked at their account this morning when they got up and went, what the hell? What? What? But guess what? I know that it's going to come back. The real estate market comes back. The Wall Street comes back. The housing market comes back. It's always, 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 going up and down. Now, the problem is when people put so much money in, right? They put so much money in, and it's not money that they can't afford to lose. So I was talking to Daniel, and he was sharing this personal story with me about, his parents and some of their aunts and uncles, got involved in something, and they sold their grandma's or their mother's home and took that money and put it into an investment and lost it. I know Lisa Marie has shared that's her personal story with me on people that take advantage of you. And it's like, I just know that I've invested in some stuff and I believed in some people. And here's my way of thinking about it is that I wouldn't have had the money if I didn't trust that what I was doing was going to work. So by me in 36 years of totally investing in people and having these incredible highs, and then all of a sudden, the company tries something and it's winning, 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 and then all of a sudden it has a big fall. And it's like, that's why you got to think about, I know I've done videos and it's like long term, long term. And so, Terry and I invested a lot of money into Akashic almost 2 years ago in October. And every day people were posting stuff about Bitcoin and posting stuff about Bitcoin and posting stuff about Bitcoin. And it's like, it's fun. It's fun when it goes from nothing to 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. Then all of a sudden, whoops, bam, bottom falls out of it. And now what, for 2 years? 2 years they're saying, hey, listen, it's going to go above 30. It's going to go above 30. It's going to go above 30. And it's like, that happens with the real estate market. And that happens with, everything, everything. So do I have confidence in Akashics? Do I have confidence in the Gold Bot? The answer is yes. Yes, I have confidence in it. And some people that were in at the beginning all of a sudden log in, and it's like, I've been there. See, I'll never, ever, 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 ever tell somebody that I know how they feel if I don't know how they feel. Lisa Marie, thank you so much. Corky, I love like Corky, have million, probably 1.2, 1.3 million followers on TikTok. And all of a sudden you get up one morning and people are saying, did you hear that TikTok is going to be shut down in America? See, that was probably a high and then a low. And then guess what? Corky just keeps working. And guess what? Here we go. Here we go. It's like they haven't shut it down. So I just wanted to share with every one of you that, when you're going through ups and downs, the first thing that's helped me with this is ask yourself this simple question, just a simple question. And it's not going to change the way you feel, but you need to hear this. You just got to go, am I the only person that this happens to? Am I the only person that this happens to? And the answer is no. And that usually is an answer for everything. Am I the only person that goes through a divorce? Am I the only person that's in a company that gets shut down? Am I the only person that's been taken advantage of? It's like, no. But what do? We're human, we're wonderful becomings, right? We're wonderful becomings. We're on this journey. And all of a sudden, when something happens, man, we can take it personally. It's like, God dang it, this only happens to me. This only happens to me. And it can really change who you are and the way that you think. Because when all of a sudden you say, this only happens to me, first of all, that's not true. But the more you personalize it, the more you think that, the people that you're involved with might be, doing something wrong or whatever. It just really, 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 again, we have the tendency of being able to make, what do they say? Mountains out of molehills. So not only say to yourself, this too is going to pass. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be okay. If other people have made it through this, I'm going to make it through this. You know what I mean? And you just mentally got to tell yourself, and sometimes you need some reflection time. And sometimes you need some time off. How many of you guys have ever heard that I retired from network marketing? I retired from network marketing 3 times. Does anybody want to guess when those 3 times were? They won on the high. It wasn't like, hey, you know what? This is the most I've ever made. This is the most fun I've ever had. This is, everything is going awesome. All right, this is a good time to retire. No, I retired on the low side. I retired when, oh my God, the company went out of business. And not only did my income disappear, but all the people that I was working with, theirs disappear. That's when I retired. I retired when I took it personal. See, I took it personal. It just doesn't happen to me. But I understand in the point that you're in it. When you're going through the deals, I'm laughing. So, that whole thing is like you're not supposed to invest more than you can afford to lose. And so when the gold bot went down, I'm going like, hey, I'm okay. The only money I put in there was money that I could afford to lose. And as it continued to grow, I would have put in more. And I'm still going to watch it. I still know that it won, and then it didn't. So I just wanted to share a quick video because some of you are, always are going through ups and downs in your life. And you just got to realize, hey, listen, this too will pass. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. I need to regroup on my vision. I got to get emotionally attached back to that vision. And I got to find a way to serve others. I got to find a way to bring value, love, and to the service of many is the way to greatness. And sometimes we get involved in things where we're going, oh my God, if I invested in this thing and all of a sudden it exploded, and then I don't have to do anything for any other people because I took care of myself. And then so there's two things that happen there, right? So thank you, Peter. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, Corky. I love you. To all my super chatters, Lisa Marie, Dustin for the first time, I guess, and Melody and Bill. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And don't ever think that anyone's ever minimizing how you feel, right? Just know that there's ups and downs, and that's part of life. And it's the people that can regroup really, really quickly and say, all right, this happened. I guess I just got to try something else, or continue the path. And, the one thing about all the markets that go down is they do come back up. They do come back up. And so love and appreciate each and every one of you. If no one's giving you permission to be happy and successful, let me do that for you. My mentors did that for me. And for those of you that know people that are in a down right now, send them this video because, that's usually when down things happen. We take it personally. We isolate ourselves. We use Dino and all the voices to say how stupid we are. How did we fall for that? And you got to stop beating yourself up, right? Know that you're a miracle and you're created for greatness, and just continue on your journey. Bye for now. I'll see you guys soon. And again, I love and appreciate you.